What would you do if an HOA sent strangers onto your land without permission, and your grandpa grabbed his rifle to stop them? That's exactly what happened to us. And it turned into the fight of our lives. It started with red flags, literally. Survey markers appeared along our creek, and men in neon vests said they were working for the HOA. My grandfather Walter, a tough old rancher, marched out with his rifle and told them to leave. They ran, but their boss, a slick man named Rick Larson, came knocking soon after. Rick said our land was being annexed into the HOA. He smiled like it was already a done deal. But Walter just leaned on his rifle and told him, "This land isn't for sale." I didn't trust Rick for a second. So I went digging. At the county clerk's office, I found annexation papers full of forged signatures, including the name of a man who'd been dead for months. At the top was Rick's company, and the HOA president, Darla, signing off on it. They weren't just trespassing. They were stealing. We confronted them at an emergency HOA meeting. Darla tried to play innocent, Rick spun lies about community improvements, but I slapped the forged papers on the table. When I pointed out the dead man's name, the whole room erupted. Walter stood tall and thundered, "Who gave away the creek rights?" Silence. Then shouts. Neighbors turned against them. Rick's mask slipped, and Darla crumbled under the pressure. But Rick wasn't finished. Days later, he brought surveyors and trucks back to the creek. That's when Walter fired a warning shot into the sky, while I live-streamed the whole thing. Hundreds watched as Rick tried to bluff, but his men fled. Neighbors arrived, angry and shouting, and Rick sped away humiliated. The video went viral. Investigators got involved. Darla resigned, claiming Rick misled her. And soon, Rick was arrested for fraud and forgery. In the end, the annexation was thrown out. Our land stayed ours. Walter just put his rifle back in the cabinet and said, "We drew the line in stone." And he was right. This fight wasn't just about dirt and water, it was about family, legacy, and standing your ground when no one else will.